Welcome back, everyone. Today's episode will be taking place in Nevada, Las Vegas, with a blast from the past enemy, and of course, as always, giant robot fights. I hope you all enjoy, so let's get into it. We start with the crew on their way to Las Vegas, which I've been to a few times, and it's nice. Really hot, but nice. Jamie imagines himself getting money on the slot machines, and Coop, being a simpler man, just wants to play video games, with their main reason going being a gaming convention that's happening there. But when they get to where they believe it's supposed to be, nothing is there except an abandoned gas station. But Coop then accidentally activates a secret entrance, having them descend into a bunker. They look around, and it seems to be a abandoned military bunker, but Coop, not really caring, flies back to the entrance, but the doors won't open back up, with none of his weapons working on them either. We do also get confirmation that Vegas does have nukes that it can fire as well, so that's pretty crazy, honestly. They find a door that both Jamie and Kiva warn Coop to not just bust down, but that's exactly what he does anyway, with them then getting sucked into it, ending up even deeper in the bunker. After taking another look around, Jamie realizes that they are in Area 50, where the military did experiments on alien technology in the 1950s. Coop finds an old-looking giant robot, and yet again ends up making a mistake in waking it up, where it says it can now fulfill its mission, and it proceeds to drain the energy from Vegas. It even tries to then kill them, but doesn't have enough energy to do so.
And now, die! Die! Die!
It then locks them into a cell that it was in, saying that it now can destroy the enemy, but needs to find more power before doing so. With Coop then mentioning Vegas, and the robot knows exactly where it is.
Okay, I think we can stop this thing. We just need to stall it until it loses all its power.
That'll be easy. Good luck, pal. The only place with any power for 100 miles is Vegas.
You need to shut the fuck up!
We cut over to the convention, and we get a surprise cameo from Goat and Georgie of all people, with them mentioning a game that's a reference to Dead or Alive beach volleyball, with Goat saying they improved the secondary motion engine that makes the backgrounds better.
Spicy meat. Yeah, boy.
Coop is having difficulties busting down the door of the cell he is in, so busts through one of the walls instead, where he comes into a missile silo and just escapes from there. Kiva says they have to seal it so no one else can get back in there, but we see it explode after they leave, so they don't have to worry about that. Coop then stops Recr from draining power, but it splits into 5 pieces to dodge him. And then those 5 pieces transform into their own weapons to attack him. Seeing that they're not getting anywhere because Recr keeps draining more energy from the city, they go to the dam that powers it to shut all the electricity off. Kiva just says to turn off the turbines, but Coop destroys the entire thing.
Now remember, Coop, just shut down the main turbines until we can...
Yeah! No! No! What have you done? Why did you do that?
Coop then goes back and beats Recr up a bit and dunks it into a volcano. Kiva then tells him that they need to put it somewhere where it cannot absorb any electricity, with Coop having a good idea to bury it in the Grand Canyon, ending the episode, with the ending credits being Coop getting food at a destroyed all-you-can-eat buffet. So I quite enjoyed this episode, if you couldn't tell. Half of my enjoyment was from the villain of the episode, Recr. He is voiced by Phil Lamar again, and I think he did a pretty good job with his robot voice. I honestly couldn't tell it was him. And Recr had some pretty well done subtle storytelling. From what I could gather, he was made in the 1950s from scavenged alien tech that America was experimenting on. and they were doing all of this dangerous testing just in case another world war broke out, since this was at the start of the Cold War. They programmed him to destroy all of America's enemies, but some kind of malfunction happened once they turned him on. It was probably because of all the alien tech they made him out of. He then saw all living beings as the enemy and started to destroy Area 50. The people working there somehow managed to turn him off and store him in a cell the group found him in, but abandoned the facility because the structure of it was so unstable. They were probably hoping that it would eventually all collapse on itself, burying Recr forever. And then we can see with his character design that his main body is a classic flying saucer as well. I enjoyed his character and found him pretty funny.
I was designed to defend this land, and I will do it by destroying everyone.
Jamie and Kiva were the voices of reason this episode, with Coop ignoring them for most of it. And man, was Coop wilding out this episode, willing to set a nuke off to get out of the bunker, and then he kept making the situation worse with almost everything he did. I did find it funny, but to be honest, come on man, destroying an entire dam is going to take months or even years to fix and or replace. Overall, good episode, and I hope you all enjoyed it too. If you guys haven't, make sure to like the video and subscribe to stay up to date with all my stuff. And of course, check out my playlist video for the series if you want to watch my other episode reviews. And with all that done, I will see you guys later. Bye guys.